Hello friends, welcome to another episode of the Lincoln Center Pop-Up Classroom. Buenas tardes a todos y bienvenidos a otro episodio de the Lincoln Center Pop-Up Classroom. My name is Damian Quiñones. I'm a musician and visual artist, and I will be your host. Today we'll be experimenting with making a soundtrack for a short film clip I made especially for this occasion. Hoy vamos a experimentar haciendo una banda sonora para un clip de película que hice especialmente para esta ocasión. Here are some key questions we're going to be thinking about today. How does music affect what you see in a movie or TV show? Imagine seeing your favorite show or movie with no sound. How do you think it would change the characters' personalities or their intentions? What are some ways music can help us tell a story in a movie or a TV show? We'll make a soundtrack today, and then when we come back to these questions, I bet what we do will help us answer them. For today's lesson, all you'll need are some improvised household musical instruments. Make sure to ask an adult to help you with that. We're going to watch a clip of our movie. During this clip, I'd like you to think about what kind of music you would put to it to, 1, help tell a story. 2, pop out certain things that happen. 3, help us fill out the personality of the character. For example, are they in a good mood? A bad mood? Are they silly or serious? What sounds are going to help me imagine what's going on and who this person is? ¿Qué tipo de música le pondrías? Good movie. What do you think might be happening in this scene? Do you think the character is in a good mood or a bad mood? Are they feeling relaxed or nervous? What kind of music do you think would be good for this clip? Here's what's fun. I made this movie so there would be more than one answer. So think about what your answer is to these questions. You can even pause the video and then come back and I'll tell you my first answers to these questions in a little bit. Let's start with tempo. That means the speed of the music. Now I have a couple of different ways I like to think about the story of this movie. One is that I'm having a lovely morning and happy thinking of what I'll be eating for breakfast. So let's see what speed sounds right if we want to help tell that story. I'll try something slow with long sounds like this. Or maybe something fast with really short sounds like this. Or maybe the tempo is in between the two. I think I'm going to add something really slow. How did the long notes and slow tempo change the mood of the scene? This time around, I think we should make some changes. We did long notes in a slow tempo. I wonder how it would change the clip if we did the opposite. Short notes and a fast tempo. If you want to join me in playing along, you can use some of those homemade instruments you found with an adult, or a traditional instrument like a guitar, piano, or recorder, anything like that. And if you don't have any of those things, you can use my favorite instrument, your voice. What story do you think we would get if we played like this? I would think our character woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Maybe not sure of what's around the corner. There are some other kinds of choices we can make. We can make those sounds high or low. That's called pitch, and we use different pitches to make melodies. Pitch can also come from low sounds to high sounds or the other way around.
High pitched, high pitch. Low pitch, low pitch.
What if we wanted to make our story even more suspenseful? Should we add high pitches or low pitches? Our fast tempo might sound like this. Or like this. I think I'm going to try this one. Or something like it. There's even more we can do with pitches. Have you ever heard the word chords? I play them on my guitar. How would you describe the sound of this chord? I describe it as happy, good things are going to happen. Listen to what happens if I lower that middle pitch just a little bit. How would you describe this one? It sounds sad to me. Most sad songs use minor chords. Which of the two would you use for this clip? Let's put all three of our tools together. I'm going to try a slow tempo with low pitches in G minor and see what happens. What does the movie seem to be about now? What seems to be going on with our character? How did the minor key change the clip? Okay, now, we've used all our tools, with tempo and pitch to really change my movie. This time, we're going to play to the clip together, as it happens. I'm going to play something very simple, like a pulse that you can play on top of. You are going to make some choices with your instruments, whether they be homemade, traditional, or your voice. Now we're a bit more familiar with the scenes. What will you choose to do? If you need to gather some pots and pans or other instruments to get ready, you can pause the video right here and go grab it. I'm going to play like this. And you will play on top. Let's see what story you choose to tell with your soundtrack. What sounds did you choose to use? How did it change what you saw as the story? What would you add to the clip if you were to do it once more? Well, let's do the whole movie one more time. I've made a soundtrack for the whole thing, and I've used all of our soundtrack tools. There is even a brand new surprise scene. Join in one more time and add your own sound. You can make different choices for different scenes of the movie. Now that we're a bit more familiar with the scene, what will you choose to do? Remember at the beginning we asked, how does music affect what you see in a movie or a TV show? Now we've made some soundtracks. What would your answer be? Music can have a really profound effect on what we watch, right? If you're interested in exploring this further, you can try turning the volume down on any film or show you like. Try adding your own soundtrack to it. And if you can play your soundtrack from my movie, record it and send it to me. I'll watch the movie with your music. Again, thank you for sharing this time with me.